Welcome to the last video, I hope. Here we're just going to work on a level manager, or level controller, whatever you want to call it. So first things first, let's create another level. And so what I'm going to do here is come up to save. I'm going to we could save the scene. Okay, so that'd be a C here. I'm going to save as, and so in my scenes, we have this as sample scene. I'm going to call this, just to make it easy, level 1. Save. Okay, then I'm going to create level 2. So file, save, whoops, not save, save as, and back into my scenes, and level 2. There we go. And in level 2 here, I'm going to do a little bit of work just to make it look different. So I don't know, just add a, move those crates around. So where were we here? Crates, I guess just duplicate some here. So Control D. Which one I got here? Just so that we can see it visually, it's different. That's all. Maybe I'll create a little bit of a pyramid. Oops. We're going to go right to the top here. I think I grabbed one already. There we go. Maybe a little bit of interest. Maybe just rotate that. Maybe I'm going to put another one of these guys here. Control D. Okay, whatever. At least it's visually different. Okay, so we've got two levels. Just going to file save. Oops, not save as, cancel, file save these guys up. And I'm just going to make sure that they're in the build settings. So build settings, sample scene. We'll keep that in there, I guess. And then I'm going to go scene 1, scene 2. So scenes, level 1, level 2. Okay, perfect. And then we'll just make sure we're on sort of level 1. Okay, so we're in level 1 now. So what we'll do is we'll just create a scene manager in here so we can hold that script, and then simply so create empty, we'll scene manager, and then do a script on it. So scene manager. I wouldn't call it scene manager because that might get confusing with the actual scene manager. So I'm going to do that. Let's create a script. We'll just call it the same script. So scripts, right? And we'll call it level manager. And we'll open that one up. And so once that's open, there we go. We don't need some of this stuff here. We don't need a onStart. Well, I'll leave that there. So what we're going to do is, well, we're obviously going to use, using Unity Engine. Let's do this first, .scene management. So we'll get that in there first. We're going to create two variables. And I think one thing that's going to be interesting here, and I just sort of learned this as well. I don't have to say it's private. I'm going to use static. And what I've learned is that static will be used across all scripts. So that, I think, makes it a lot easier. You don't have to destroy on load and stuff like that, or don't destroy on load. I think if you make it static, then you're going to be able to use it in whatever levels, whatever scenes, it's going to sort of follow you through. So using that keyword static, I think, is very useful. We're also going to have to create something that's going to find all the enemies. So we have the enemy, but we're going to create an array of enemies. And so we'll call that enemies. And basically, we just want to make sure if there's enemies in the scene, we want to stay. If there aren't enemies, we want to go to the next scene. So what we're going to do here is basically when this gets started up, so on enable, so this is a little bit different here. It's basically at a start, but when this script is on start, what we're going to do is we are going to find all the enemies. And we're going to find the objects of type and the ones that have the enemy script on it, the enemy class. Okay, so that should be able to find all our enemies. And then what we're going to do is basically we're going to check through that list. So what I'm going to do is use the for each, which is basically just a for loop, for each enemy in enemies. So inside that list, enemies, too many enemies here. If that enemy is not null. So therefore, if there is an enemy, basically, we're just going to return. We don't want to do anything because the game is still playing. Return. Okay. Otherwise, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to increase the level. So you see that we have this next index level. So what we're going to use is we're going to increment it. So we'll go up to 2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a string called the next level name. And so this is important in terms of keeping your levels name consistently. And we're just going to concatenate on that next level index. And I think it's going to be okay. Let's just a second here. I would make sure that I do a toString. Okay, so that we're just adding that, concatenating that string on, and then we're just going to load. So CManager.load scene, and then we're just going to add on the name, right? So next level name. So theoretically, this should work here. So let me just make sure, no issues found. Save that up. Go to Unity. Go to Level Manager. Throw that script on. Cross your fingers. Now the trouble is we got to kill both to move on to the next level. So let's just see if we can do this. So we got 1. So it's going to stay in this level. So we might have to take a few times here. Okay, there we go. And then we went to level 2. Now level 2, obviously, if I did win this, I don't know if I will, it's going to give an error because, oh, did I not kill them all? It's interesting. It's not throwing up an error, I don't think. Let me just pause this. I thought it would throw up an error. General. For my console. So this debug log that I still have here. No errors. I'm just going to get rid of that debug log. Yeah, so let's just see here. So it should be, every time it goes to a new level, it should be increasing the... Oh, you know what it is? Aha. My fault, because I didn't actually put this on level 2 as well. So we have this game object here, the level manager. I don't know if I can, I haven't put that on the other one. So let me do that and then we'll get the error for better or for worse. So I'm going to open the scene there, scenes, level 2, save those. Okay, so I would have to create that level manager. So let me just make sure. So create a new object, create empty, and we'll add the component. So the enum level manager. Okay, so that's in there. And at the moment, this is parented to here. It's not parented. And let's just call that level manager too. Okay, that was the problem. There was no level manager on that level, therefore the script wouldn't run. So let's just try this again. So I am going to go back to level 1, save that, play again, and see if I can get, okay, of course, try again, yes. I think I would reduce the animation there. Not hard enough. Hopefully this doesn't take the whole video here. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. That was sad. Man. Oh. Oh. Try again. This is riveting gameplay here. Oh, come on. I did it so easily last time. I should practice more before I do these videos. Okay, there. Okay, there we go. Good. So we're in that level. Now let's just see here. This one seemed to be pretty easy because I don't think I killed that one. Try that again. There we are. Now, and there we get the error, and it goes into a bunch of problems because it keeps trying to add different levels, right? So it gets sort of in an infinite layer. Perfect. That's, I think, all I'm going to do here. There's lots of stuff you can do to make this a better game. There's no sounds. You could, change the levels up, make them more interesting, bring in different enemies, play with different graphics. There's lots here. So I hope this gives you a good basis, teaches you a few new things, and then hopefully you can make your own kind of cool Angry Birds or completely modify it and make it angry, I don't know, angry rabbits. Who knows? Whatever you think would be kind of cool. All right, so good luck with that.